Good morning, students. As you know that we are up to our periodic assessments. So here is a quick revision of your chapter 1. This revision includes only important points of this chapter. So I hope you will get a benefit out of this. So the chapter 1 is concept of economics and significance of statistics in economics. Here is the first point. What is economics? It is the study of economic activities and economic problem. Now, what is economic activities? These are related with the use of resources or money. Whenever we use money or resources, it's an economic activity. Types of economic activities are consumption. Consumption is the process of consuming or using the utility value of a commodity. Utility value means the usable capacity of a commodity which gives us satisfaction. Next economic activity is production. Production is the process of converting raw material into finished goods. Means when the producer convert raw material into a usable finished goods, it's called production. Next is distribution. It is distributing or allocating the incomes among factors of production. Means when the income is distributed among the factors of production which are used in the production process like land, labor, capital or entrepreneur, then that distribution process is known as distribution. Saving is the part of income which is not consumed, and investment means increasing the stock of fixed assets and current assets to increase the production. Means when we are investing our savings into some productive activity, whether we are increasing the stock of fixed assets means machines, land, plant and building, or we are increasing current assets like raw material or finished goods. Next, who is a consumer? Consumer is a person who consumes goods, means who use the utility value of a commodity, means who does consumption is called a consumer. And producer, a person who produces goods, means who convert the raw material into finished goods. Next is economic problem. Economic problem is the problem of choice which arises on account of the fact. First of all, it is the problem of choice, means here we have to choose. The reason why we have to choose is scarcity of resources. Scarcity means lack of resources or deficiency of resources, and scarcity is the root cause of economic problem. Means out of all these three, this is the main cause of economic problem. So this is the root cause. It's very important. The root cause of economic problem is scarcity of resources. And second is also very important, resources have alternative uses. These resources which are less in amount, they have various uses. They are not a limited use or they are not having few uses, they are having alternative uses, means many uses. And third, very important, it happens only because the wants of humans are unlimited. They wants to use that particular resources in various ways. So that is the wants of humans are unlimited. So out of these three facts, because of these three facts, there arises the economic problem or the problem of choice. Next is microeconomics. Microeconomics is the study of economic problem at the level of individual consumer or producer. Means when we study the problem of choice of a single consumer or a producer, it relates to microeconomics. Next is macroeconomics. Macroeconomics is the study of economic problems at the level of an economy as a whole. Means when we study the problem of choice at the level of a whole nation, not a single individual consumer or producer, but of the all consumers and producers in the economy, then it becomes macroeconomics. Next is statistics. Statistics can be defined in two senses, plural and singular. In the plural sense, it is a general definition, means study of numbers or numerical data or quantitative data. Clear? When we study numerical or quantitative data, it means statistics. Singular sense is a very specific definition used by statistician. It is a process of statistical stages and using statistical methods. Here under singular sense, we use methods and statistical stages for collection, organization, presentation, analysis and interpretation of data. These five are statistical stages, and we use various tools, means various methods for collection, organization, presentation, which are included in singular sense. Next are the features. Features of the statistics are study only numerical data, means quantitative information is only studied here. We do not study qualitative facts. Study aggregate of facts, not a single number. We do not study a single number here. We have to study aggregate of facts so that comparison could be possible. Next, it facilitates comparison. Statistics also facilitates comparison. It helps in comparing the performance of one with another. So that we can conclude something, or we can have the results out of it. Affected by multiple causes, means statistics, whatever the results or whatever the process we are following, it is not affected by a single cause, but it is affected by various causes. So it is multiple causes. Next is the limitation of statistics. It does not study qualitative data, means the attributes like honesty, friendship, they are not studied under here, whether these are important or not. Results true only on average basis. Whenever we find out some results or conclusion, they are true only on average basis, they are not true on real grounds. Okay, not study of a single number. A single number does not constitute statistics. We have to have aggregate of facts to be studied as statistics. Next are the functions or significance of statistics. Both means one and the same thing. The first function or significance is it define economic problems in numerical terms. Second is comparison is possible, means we can compare the figures on the time basis, that is intertemporal. Here you can see here temporal I have underlined, it is related to time. So whenever we have a temporal classification or intertemporal, it means we are discussing about time periods. Okay, intersectoral means when we are comparing the sectoral performance, the sector wise performance like primary, secondary and tertiary. Next is formulation of economic theories. On the basis of statistical study, we formulate various economic theories like demand and price relationship. We also do economic forecasting, means based upon the past trend, we analyze the future trends. Formulation of economic policies. Once we get the economic problem, we can make policies for the future. And economic equilibrium means we can come to know that where all the consumers and all the producers are satisfied in the economy. Till we do not have data about them, we do not analyze the data, till we cannot have the situation of equilibrium, or we cannot state that there is state of equilibrium in the economy. The last two important points are descriptive statistics. Descriptive statistics refers to those methods which are used for collection, presentation and analysis. Means when we are dealing with the first four stages of statistics, collection, presentation and analysis, that is descriptive statistics. Means we are using methods to collect, presentation and analyze the data, then it is descriptive statistics. And when we talk about inferential statistics, it refers to the methods by which we draw conclusions, means the last stage. And here we draw conclusion for entire population based upon sample study. So basically inferential deals with the sample study upon which we based upon which we draw the conclusion for entire population. Okay, so descriptive deals with the methods, whereas inferential deals with the study of sample, and based upon that we draw the conclusions. So these are the important points of chapter number 1. I hope you can have benefit from these short points. Just revise beta, and all the best for your periodics.